Hi, this is Sherry Rogers Harrison. I am going to do another segment on this little quilt that I've been working on a while. Right now I am using the Derwent InkTense Blocks, which are right here in this container. They're beautiful, absolutely beautiful colors, and they are as the box says, water-soluble ink blocks. There's solid blocks of color. There's no pencil, wood, like you can get in the InkTense colored pencils. They're just beautiful, solid blocks of color. But what I'm going to do is make a paint out of them. And I'm going to use a mortar and pestle. And then I am going to mix that with my PaintFusion, which activates the color to the moisture activated InkTense blocks. And I'm going to, terrible light here, but I'm also going to use my polished pigments, and this is my set number 1. It has the shimmer gold, which I'm going to mix in to create a shimmer to the InkTense colored pencils. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I do that real quick. I just have taken my block of color. This is color number 1700, and it's mustard. What I'm trying to do here is create a really antique look to my fabric. So this is how I go about doing it. So I've taken and just cut off a little chunk of the InkTense block, and I'm going to try and hold the camera here where I can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to totally mash that InkTense block, okay? And again, I'm trying to hold the camera while I'm doing this, and keep an eye on what I'm doing and on the screen so you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, so you're just going to finely grind that with the pestle. Now, I must say that Derwent makes a little grater. It kind of looks like a little cheese grater. And here's a little, here's the little container that they make, and on the top has a little grater. But I have found that the mortar and pestle grinds that up finer than the shredder does. Okay, so I've done it both ways. I think I prefer this way. So you're just going to grind that pigment up so it's nice and fine. It just takes a minute, and it's much easier with 2 hands. But I'm using one of my hands to hold the camera. Okay, so there we have that. Okay, there's my pigment all ground up. I'm just going to set this over here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my PaintFusion textile medium, and I'm just going to pour a little bit of that into the ground up InkTense blocks. Okay. And then I want a little bit of shimmer to that because the blocks don't have any shimmer. So I'm going to take the shimmer gold, which is in my packet here, and I should have opened this up off camera, but I didn't. Okay, so then I'm just going to come over here, and I'm just going to shake a little bit of this shimmer gold into my little mixture here. And then, hold up here, I guess I wasn't very prepared. And then I'm just going to stir that up. And I'm going to have a paint that I can brush onto my fabric. And with my PaintFusion textile medium, it's thicker, it's made thicker so that you don't have any wicking or bleeding where you don't want it to bleed onto fabric. Water will make things bleed, which is perfectly fine if that's the effect you want, but in this case on fabric I do not want that. Okay, so I've got my mixture all stirred up, and I just use these little knitting needles because then I can dunk them in water and keep them clean. Okay, so there is my mixture. And then I'm going to, what I do, I'll take you back over here, is I take the pencil, and that's the mustard color again, and I just create, I just blend that into my fabric. Okay, just very simple, you don't have to press hard, just get a little bit of that pigment onto the fabric. Just like so. And then I take my fabric paintbrush, this is a Lowell Cornell angle shader number 224, and watch what happens when I activate that color with my mixed up pigment. Oops, there you are. Got to hold the camera where you can see what I'm doing and keep one of my eyes on the screen. Okay, so you can see the color that is happening, and so just use a little bit, and you can see, I'll put you over here, you can see all that shimmer that the shimmer gold gives my fabric, which is the effect that I want. Okay, so it just takes just a slight dip into the InkTense mixture, and you just color your fabric. Okay, now I want to take you and show you one more little step that I do. I'm doing some shadowing or some antiquing. You can see an example of that right there. And so how I do that is I'm going to use the InkTense Blocks again, and I have that in this little foam packet. When you buy them individually, they come in a nice little foam packet. And then I'm going to pick up my round paintbrushes, which are right here. You can see that these are rounded on the end. And what I do is I have a little container of water over here, and I have a little bit of the shimmer gold in there. Okay, you can see the sparkle of that. Okay, and then I come over here to the InkTense block on the, and this is the color Willow. Not quite sure of the number here, but it is Willow. And I'm just going to get some pigment onto my round brush, put that aside, and then I can come over here to this area which I blocked in the color, and just barely touch, just with a whisper of brush strokes. Okay, you can see that color developing, and then I take the dry brush, I have two of these round brushes going, and I just blend that in. Okay, so I will proceed to do that throughout, and when it's done, you'll see this really antique-y effect which I've created on this quilt. So there you have it. Hope you've enjoyed. Have fun. If you want any of these products, they are available on my website. That's sofarsogood.org, and that's spelled S-E-W, F as in Frank, A-R-S-E-W-G-O-O-D.org. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the process. Have fun, and talk to you later. Bye-bye.